What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, and I'll be honest with you, the video that I'm making today, I wasn't even planning on making it. I just happened to be online surfing the internet at the end of the day and saw a headline talking about whatever is going on between Jim Harbaugh and the coach of Florida as far as this issue with, their starting quarterback. And I guess because of that, I realized that, man, the start of the season for college football is right around the corner. Literally, this Saturday is going to be the first game of the season for us. And I'll be honest with you, it's not that I didn't know, I guess I wasn't paying attention to it. So what I wanted to do was just give my thoughts about what I feel about this upcoming season as an overview. This Friday night, I'm going to do my predictions video for this upcoming game. And if you're new to my channel for the season, what I always do is I'm always going to do a predictions video, and then after the game I'm going to do my analysis video of the game, give my thoughts about the game, what I saw, the pros, cons, and all that stuff. Before the game I'm going to give, I don't usually predict the score or anything like that. That's not what I do. I typically will look at the game itself, how both teams are playing, and give my thoughts about what I think is going to happen in the game, what Michigan's going to need to do in order to win. All those good things are what I do for the predictions video. So I'll be giving one of those videos later on in the week, like I said, Friday night. But what I wanted to do today for this video is talk about how I feel about the season as a whole, basically. So, starting out, I made a video a few weeks ago talking about whether I felt that we were, I guess, overhyped. Not really overhyped, I would say, but our ranking was too high. So I based it off of how I felt as, my gut feeling as a whole, and also with the personnel on the team. Don't get me wrong, we have a lot of talent, but it's a lot of young talent. We let go a whole lot of our seniors, to the NFL. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure Alabama's dealing with that all the time, right? But it was just a huge blow for us as far as just experience. So coming into the season, don't get me wrong, I see us being a very, very good team. I looked at the schedule. Obviously, there's 3, potentially 4 big hurdles, big roadblocks from us having a great season. First one is going to be obviously the first game of the season at Cowboy Stadium against Florida. That's going to be, to me, it's going to be a good indicator of how the rest of the season is going to go. If we get out and start off big and win that game, it's going to be a stepping stone and a catalyst for the rest of the season. After that, there's going to be 3 games, obviously, on the schedule that are going to be problematic or, 50-50 games, and that's going to be Wisconsin, Penn State, and obviously playing Ohio. So I think the best way to, I guess, see how well this, the season's going to be is to see how well they play against Florida. Why? One, it's not a home game. It's a neutral site game. So obviously both teams are not, each team is not going to have an advantage over the other because of it being a home game. And, it's going to be on obviously the biggest of biggest stages. So we're going to see right off the bat what type of team that we have. I like that, the fact that it's not going to be some powder puff, really, really bad team, or it's not some, D2, D3, FCS team or something like that. it's an actual SEC ranked team that's, supposed to be a decent team this year. So it's good that we start off playing a good team, and because let's face it, to me the worst thing is coming out and having a false sense of security about how good our team is by just steamrolling some sucky team. I'd rather us win, 21-17 over Florida than win, 56-0 against some FCS team. Because what is that going to prove? It's not going to prove anything. So you might as well get it out the way playing against a top quality team, and that way it's a barometer. You can see, well, okay, this is where we need to improve. This is where our strengths are. All that good stuff when you play against a decent team right off the bat. So I think that our season's going to be great, but like I said, these 4 key games are going to be, what's going to make or break us. I see some people talking about, if we win against Florida, we're going to be undefeated going into the game against Ohio. I don't know about all that. Like I said, definitely, Penn State, look how they finished their season. Going to Wisconsin to play is not going to be easy. We've never had any success that I can remember watching us since I've been a real fan playing against Wisconsin, in Wisconsin especially. We've always had tough games playing against Wisconsin. So that's going to be a real tough game for us as well. But, I could see us going 9-3, maybe 10-2. That'd be great. But more than anything else, I hope this is a year that we can break through and finally beat Ohio. Last year was a heartbreaker for us. I thought that was going to be our opportunity to break through and win. We had the perfect game plan, played the game perfectly for about 3 1/4 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, it's like we just broke down, got some bad calls against us, and just couldn't finish the deal. We have the talent to go all the way. We have the talent to make it to the playoffs. I see big things from Rashawn Gary breaking out. I see big things from our offense as far as especially our wide receivers, and hopefully improving on our running game. Our biggest question mark, I still say, is going to be our defense. So many people to be replaced, especially replacing a whole secondary. That's going to be my biggest concern. Since Greg Madison took over, became part of our defensive coaching staff, our defense has been stout. I know he's not the DC anymore, but still, Don Brown there, the talent that we have, I know the talent is there to be a great defense, but we're a young and inexperienced defense, and that's what worries me the most. So I know he's going to work his hardest to get these guys to, a position where they're in the right place to make plays, where they're coached to the point where it's just second nature to them. But, how long is that going to take for them to get acclimated with all that? That's my biggest concern. But, hopefully by time, it gets to those real key games that they're comfortable in the positions and they're able to make the plays that they need to make. So I'm a little bit more nervous this season than I have been before. I mean, Harbaugh's first season, I was nervous too, especially when we started off, losing to Utah. I was like, oh God. But lo and behold, Utah ended up being a very good team, so it was actually a really good loss. So I have that same apprehension this year because of that, just the unknowns of replacing all the seniors and stuff like that. But if we can match the same type of season that we had from that season, I'll be happy with that. Since he's been here, it's just been nothing but improvement. I know we ended up with the same record, or at least the same amount of wins, but it's still, to me, it's improvement. I think we're miles ahead of where I thought we'd be at this point. I thought first season, maybe we break 500, or we're one couple wins over 500. Second season, maybe 2 or 3 wins over, and then this season we're aiming for 8, 9 wins. But to get 10 wins in the first 2 seasons, I don't care what the haters say. I think that we're way ahead of where we I'm not going to say should be, but we're way ahead of where most people thought we would be at this point. So, he's, brought in his guys. I always say that part's overrated too. Saying now that he's got his players, I don't think that makes any difference. I mean, if you're a good coach, you're going to work with what you got and make things work, regardless of who your players are. Not like the guys that were on the team before his players came here were bums. These were 5-star recruits, 4-star recruits. I mean, Brady Hoke did have an excellent recruiting class, so all that, his player stuff is a bunch of crap. I don't really buy into all that. The talent is there, regardless if it's his players or not. Like I said, if he's a good coach, regardless of his guys or not, he's going to make it work, and he has up until this point. So it's just about execution at this point in time. 2 of those games, the Iowa game and the Ohio game, I mean, we were winning from the start of the game all the way to the very end of both of those games. In the Florida State game, even though we were getting dominated, we had come back all the way back to leading at the end of the 4th quarter and just couldn't hold on. So, man, just being able to finish out games is going to be the difference. I mean, it was the difference between us having a perfect season and losing 3 games. So, hopefully all that'll be tightened up, but it's a sign of a good team that when you lose close games. That's always, to me, that's always a sign and an indication of a team that's improving and of a team that's of quality substance. You're a team that you win, but then the next game you lose by 30, you lose by 20, then that means you're fluctuating. It means you're inconsistent. When you lose by 1 point, 3 points, you lose on the last play on a field goal, that means that, you're always in it, no matter what. So, we'll see how this season goes. Like I said, I'll be happy if we, reach the same amount of wins that we did from the previous 2 seasons, just based off of our youth and inexperience. So, that's it for the video. Anyways, like I said, look out for the video that I'm going to be doing on Friday, which will be my predictions video for this upcoming game. Friday night I'll be making that video, and I'll be watching the game and cheering on the team as usual. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, definitely feel free to leave a like. Definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about the upcoming season. where do you think that they're going to finish? How do you think that they're going to play? Do you think they're going to win the first game? Do you think this is going to be a season that we finally beat Ohio State? Just let me know in the comment section below. And try to share this video with as many people as possible. I want to get the discussion going about Michigan football. And, I really want to get the channel growing. I've grown since the beginning of the last season. I mean, I don't have right now a whole lot of subs, but, I mean, it grew, about 400% from when I started last season to what it is now. And I would love for my channel to grow another 400 or 500% by the end of the season. So please try and share this video with as many people as possible, get the discussion going. And if you like my content, if you like what I'm talking about as far as Michigan football, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be as consistent as possible, giving you all the information, any stories, and always giving my analysis about every game that's going on. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. And you have yourself a great day, and go blue.